also with the Tea Party, with their situation too, with their 503, the 503s, they're not receiving either, and they filed for it and they got denied. 501c3.
Denied?
Yeah, remember they got denied. Yeah.
Oh, talk about discrimination.
Yeah, I know. No kidding. So we're going to talk about that. Go ahead and do an introduction to who you are. Tell us who you are, Rose.
My name is Rose M. Colombo, and I am a longtime legal advocate for justice.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on the front lines and started the first organization in the nation addressing legal abuse.
Wow.
Self-help group. It hit the news because it was of a novelty. It had never
Mm-hmm.
happened before.
Right.
And it was called Women Fight Back. And
Right.
from there, things started to snowball. I had no idea how huge the problem was.
Right. And your book is basically what's happening right now, too. Right now.
This book is so timely, it shocks me.
Right.
To tell you the truth, because everything in this book actually addresses the problems that people are facing today. And the reason I wrote the book,
Mm-hmm.
I documented and researched and have firsthand experience for 25 years, so I stand on the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not afraid of the truth because many people said your book will never get published.
Right.
And because, they won't allow it to be published. But, God is bigger than everybody else, and doors opened, and it did get published, and
Mm-hmm.
it won the prestigious Irwin Award winner. And Irwin Zucker is the president of the Book Publicists of Southern California, and many celebrities belong to that organization for over 40 years.
Wow.
It's a very, very prestigious group. And many of them have written books and are very proud to say that they won the Irwin Award winner seal on their books as well.
Right. What
I'm very
inspired?
honored to have been, presented with that award. It was a really great honor for me that night.
Two questions. Two questions for you. How many publishers did you have to go through to get your book published? Anyway, how many publishers do you have to go see to get your book published? That's question number one. And another question I have for you: what inspired you to write the book?
Well, to answer your first question, I only had to go through three
Oh, wow.
publishers. It was amazing. And to answer your second question, I was a victim of legal abuse and injustices for over 15 years. And I actually was a whistleblower and nearly got myself killed as
Mm.
well. And that's the next book I'm writing. And so I actually exposed a private court
Mm-hmm.
that I saw as a possible one world court that could actually destroy the public courts, and we would end up with a system, one for the rich and one for the poor.
Wow.
And through my experiences and creating an organization that led to my creating a public access television show because I couldn't get anyone to actually produce this particular show because it exposed injustices that really had never happened before. I actually brought the victims on the show, and I brought lawyers and politicians on the show, and they would explain what happened to them in the system, and then we tried to come up with some solutions to the problems. But and then I created a talk radio show as well. And in fact, it was on KIED, which was the talk of the town at the time, with George Putnam as the big celebrity on that particular show. And so what happened was people were calling in like crazy, and it was growing like wildfire. I couldn't believe how many people have been victims of legal abuse, but that it was a silent thing because no one knows what's going on in the courts.
Right.
And no one knew that all these people are having their constitutional rights
Right.
So, uh, and from there, it led to um, doing public speaking, and it led to meeting many, many prominent people, and uh, and it led all the way to the steps
Mm-hmm.
of the White House when actually Senator John DeCamp flew out to meet me in Newport Beach
Wow.
and find out what the heck's going on um, in the legal system here in Orange County, California, which actually spread across the country. And yes, and so that was quite a meeting. And he actually was, when I took him back to the airport to get on the plane, he signed his book for me. And that night, I was like, oh my God, he signed my book. What did he write? And he wrote in there, he goes, it really is all true, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
So he was the first one to confirm that everything that myself and the victims were actually stating were happening in this country.
Wow.
And now what we see is because the problem was never resolved, even though we changed laws, laws can be manipulated. They
Right.